Hey there guys, Mason here at Cardinal Gaming. What a week last week was, what a week it's gonna be. A lot of stuff going on. And I do want to make a lot of videos down the road here talking about some exciting things that we've had going on at the store. A couple of big sales, big pickups, big purchases from our end, and then turning around and turning those back out. It's just part of the Pokemon economy that is currently taking place. But what I want to talk about today in this video is what we see that's going on with graded cards, particularly the basic stuff and what kind of movement we're seeing with those right now. So I am not big on graded cards. They don't do well in store typically. We don't sell a lot of them. But you know, in this recent couple months, we've had some stuff come in, and I have put it out for sale, and we have sold it. So they have not, like, they're not moving at all. But just in general, people don't like to see those kind of stuff. You know, having it graded kind of caters to a higher collector, somebody that wants that card in the slab, whereas most collectors are, you know, casual collectors that collect cards that they like, not just, you know, the expensive stuff, are chasing those sort of high grade cards. A lot of people just will buy whatever cards they like, and you know, if it's in a worse condition, they're actually excited about it because it's just going to be cheaper, right? So we see a lot of that in the casual crowd. But like I said, here recently, I did have some stuff come in. I did have some couple of recent cards, or more modern cards, come in, and they have moved pretty well, graded wise, but normally it's not something that we do a lot with. But we are seeing the market as a whole kind of have a sudden urge and desire for graded cards, and rightfully so, because those sort of collectibles, you know, as we go into and thinking about things like coins and comics and even video games now, we're seeing getting graded, that we're going to see that kind of stamp of approval, and, you know, kind of like encapsulating this thing that used to be, you know, for a game, is now a piece of a collectible. Or even if you want to think of something like those luxury goods are, it's like art. It's like something. It's like a war medal or something, you know, from like you know, the past history of just like, this is a product of its time. This is what we used to do when I was a kid, you know, that kind of thing, where it's getting to be, you know, when it's a couple, you know, a generation and older, you know, we don't see that type of stuff anymore. So you kind of think of it as like, you know, if it's something that's in really good shape, you want to protect it, right? So that, you know, it doesn't get, this time in general can wear on things. So we're seeing a lot of stuff getting graded. Again, that's just locking it in and making sure it's going to be in good shape forever, right? And also, there is a couple steps of authenticating. We have seen a lot of, I mean, you can go on eBay and look up proxy cards. There's tons of proxy first edition Charizards out there. I don't know why they're allowed to be sold. Those are fake. Those are fake things, and I don't know why calling them proxies somehow makes that okay. Those are fake cards. Should not be sold on any platform, let alone, you know, some place like eBay that has authentic things alongside that stuff. It just doesn't look good, in my opinion. But so that's another thing that grading does, right? It kind of encapsulates and authenticates this item, saying that it's the real deal. And then that way the buyer can be absolutely certain that he's getting the authentic piece that he's buying, right? So we're seeing the price of graded stuff go up. That means that there is opportunity out there for what I'm calling the Pokemon grading gold rush. Basically, you're seeing a disparity in price between graded cards and what they are raw. Raw meaning not in a slab, you know, like you would get out of a pack. And as that price has widened now because of the people getting into it and the collectability and just the market growing, whatever you want to call it. It is causing these prices of the singles to rise. When there's that much disparity in price between something raw, and all that's changing that is somebody paying a couple $100 and having it graded, and then it's all of a sudden worth, multiple times more, you're going to see these investors, these flippers, these kind of people that have entered the market. Some market has been authentic people that are actually saying, I want to get back into collecting. I had these as a kid, whatever, and we want to pick up all these cards that I used to have. There's lots of people that do that. That is not anything new. There has been a huge uptick in that. I have seen it personally in my store. But I've also had somebody come in and scoop up all of my base set stuff that has been lightly played or near mint, and they're going off and they no doubtably are getting them graded. And I've had people, even recently with modern cards, old cards, doesn't matter, asking me questions like, hey, what do you think this would grade if I send it off to grade? Is this something that would be worth sending off to grade? And I get that question a lot. I got it recently. Beforehand I got it, but here recently I've gotten it more and more, pretty much with everybody that's collecting and getting into this. So that is part of what is causing the market to go as crazy it is, and for these prices to just absolutely escalate. You're seeing all these cards that are upper echelon of collecting. Let's use the Charizard for example. The first edition base set Charizard. It is the Black Lotus of Pokemon, right? It is the top high tier of a collectible card. So if that is a 10, and it's going to be the maximum price, right? Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Who knows what it is right now? With the market of what it is, it's going to be constantly changing and going probably up and up, right? So you kind of get the people that go, okay, I can't afford that, I'm going to get a 9 or a 10. And then you get the people that, well, I can't afford that, I'm going to get an unlimited or a shadowless Charizard in a 10. Or, I can't afford that, so I'm going to get Evolution's Charizard that looks just like it, very similar, right? That's good enough, it'll pass. So you get those kind of people that are basically substituting these all the way down the chain and causing this ripple effect of pricing to go stack up, right? And again, those prices going up means that those raw cards that are cheap have to go up with it too, because that gap creates opportunity for people to manipulate and take advantage of and make money, right? So that's how we have to think about pricing. When people go, wow, that card was $3, this time last year, and now it's $100. What the heck happened? It's this disparity between, graded items being what they are and several $100s, and you see the stuff that is raw really low in price. There's no doubt somebody's gonna come around and flip that and see that they can make money and just scoop all up, raise the price up, and then sell at that higher rate. That's the goal, right, for them. So that's the kind of gold rush opportunity, the kind of investment opportunity that we're seeing. For very little effort, you're able to multiply your money very quickly, very easily, assuming the market stays as it is, right? So we will see this continue if these prices keep rising. And even people out there that are box breaking these old sets, right? And you, like PokeRev just did a box break of first edition Jungle. There's base set and then there's Jungle. Jungle was the second set ever made, right? So he did all these box breaks, and as he's opening his packs for people that paid him money to do this, and I'm not necessarily knocking what he's doing or this type of activity. I think it's very smart the way he's going about and doing it, because he's basically saying all this stuff should be 8s, 9s, and 10s in these packs, right? So if you go and send the stuff off to get graded, it's going to come back and you're going to be this much money from your pack that you just paid $400, $500 for. You're supposed to be able to grade all the stuff and then profit, possibly, right? So that's kind of the goal or the idea behind that. You know, some people do, some people don't. You know, some people follow through and maybe get lucky and get a good card, and some people don't. But as you see people going through and saying, like PokeRev and other people, I'm not just calling him out, I'm just saying this is what's happening because people are paying attention to it, right? He's not so much manipulating the prices as he's just saying this is what it sells for currently, right? So when he's busting this jungle set, first edition, and there's a Pikachu and an Eevee, and he's saying, oh, both of these PSA 10s are $400 a piece. So if you paid $400 for this pack, you just doubled your money right there, because there's 2 cards right there worth $400, and you've done nothing. So you'll see people that go out and then like, well, if somebody's doing that with 1 pack, I can buy the whole box and make tons of money, right? Bust all these packs. That shoots prices for all the sealed product up, and you know they're gonna send it off to get graded, and then all those singles that they've had, you know, the prices go up, and if there's people in the market that want to eat that at a new rate and more expensive money, that's what is causing these prices to go up. And then people, you know, come into my store or stores like mine or buy stuff on TCG Player or eBay, and they're going, well, this says it's going to be, it says it's near mint. That means it could be, you know, an 8 or 9 or a 10, and Mason's selling it for $100. PSA 9 of it is $500. All I got to do is buy this card and send it off to PSA, have it come back, and it's going to be a $500 card. I'm making $400, you know, basically. So, and we're seeing that across the board. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything that is collectible right now are hot as a popular item. Base set, early WotC stuff, even more rare WotC stuff. All Charizards, it doesn't matter what it is. Just pretty much all the starters have gone up multiple times in price. So you're seeing that kind of stuff happen on a regular basis. And as the PSA stuff sells for more and more and more and more, that means the loose stuff is going to be jumping up more and more too, because these people are going to be wanting to take advantage of that. And that's kind of where a store like mine comes in and says, okay, hold on, wait. Why am I going to let you come into my store, buy a card for X amount of money, and then ship it off to PSA for the $5 it's going to cost you to ship it, have it graded for the $20 to $200, whatever you want to pay, depending on the price of this card, have it come back to you in 3 months, and then be up exponentially? Or what's stopping a store like me just going like, all right, I'm not going to sell any singles. Anything that's near mint and light plate, I'm just going to send off and grade. And I guarantee you there's probably places that are doing that. But I tend to price more to where I think the market is. And then if they sell, great. And at least I got a piece of that before somebody comes along and buys all the Charizards that I have in my case for $50 when they're selling for $500, you know, graded. So that's the kind of thing that I think about as a store. What I kind of have to, and it's hard. I try not to get taken advantage, and I also try not to take advantage of people too that are just trying to get into it to make money, or just want to put money into it cheaply to possibly invest, because we don't know where the ceiling's at, right? If we keep seeing these sell for higher and higher, more and more and more, what's to stop? The singles aren't going to ever stop. You're going to have, you know, a card that was $5 become $3.50 in a near mint, because for the PSA 9 or 10 it's $500, you know? And that's where having the raw cards, the natural progression should be. right? Where we close that gap up. So that's where, and you can go out to a store, and I'm sure there is stores that are less savvy than me, maybe that do a lot with Magic and don't know what Pokemon is all doing. And you may be able to go out there and find some deals and make some money because they don't know. They're going to have a sticker on their back of their card or price it a certain way, and they're going to be like, all right, here you go. Have a good day. Lucky you if you do get that. But unfortunately, not so much here. I think price pretty reasonably, but yeah, that is basically where I'm thinking at as a store and trying to, I too am trying to capitalize on this gold rush, right? On this grading gold rush. And I'm trying to, I don't want to say prevent people from making money. I'm just trying to close the gap so that I can at least, if it does go up higher, then okay, at least I made a little bit more. You know, if I'm here and this goes up again and somebody buys me out right here, I'm at least better off than where I was way down at the bottom, right? So that's kind of like where the market's at and what is causing all this. And when people look at singles and go, holy crap, what is happening with that card? Well, it's because the graded card is so much higher. So I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. I think you get the idea of what's going on, and hopefully I explained it well enough. If you have any questions, of course, write me, let me know. If you have something that you bought recently raw and think it's gonna be a good grade, let me know. What do you got that's cool that you're hoping to send off? Again, I'm not discouraging you from doing it. You should definitely go in and capitalize on the market, right, and make your money, and you know, get what you should be getting for something that you consider an investment, right? I would never not want somebody to do that, but just the store perspective, the LGS perspective. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys all watching the videos. You guys all hanging out with me. It means a lot. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I got a lot coming up and a lot of exciting ones here in the future. So I'm going to record those now. So talk to you guys later. Bye.